Well, tonight, KPIX has learned lawmakers plan to call Bank of America on the carpet in January to question it about massive fraud involving unemployment debit cards. KPIX 5 was the first to report on what appears to be an epidemic of hack attacks on the cards. Fraudsters stealing thousands of dollars in cash directly from ATMs. Tonight, Kenny Choi reports on another trend he uncovered in a KPIX 5 original report.
Getting charged for a dinner here at Dumpling Alley wouldn't be that big of a deal unless you end up spending hours on the phone trying to get your money back. That's what's happening to some of the more than 150 people who have contacted us about fraudulent charges on their EDD Bank of America debit cards. The dollar amount is much smaller, but the frustration is just as great.
And I was like, what is this charge?
Martha Galvin noticed it right away, an unusual $53 charge on her EDD debit card from DoorDash.
It gave a zip code, so then when I Googled the zip code, it said San Francisco.
But Martha lives in Southern California.
So I was like, okay, this is definitely, obviously not me.
Same thing happened to Los Angeles resident Amy Parks.
Well, at first I was like, ooh, dumplings.
She also got a DoorDash charge for $96.57 at Dumpling Alley in San Francisco. Both women say they expected quick resolution from Bank of America to what seemed to them like obvious fraud.
I thought it was going to be a quick fix.
But not so.
I started calling at like 9:30 and I just set the phone down on speaker.
Amy says she waited almost 3 hours to get through. Martha was on hold for hours too.
They're just hoping that people give up.
What does that money mean to you?
That's my internet. That's, lunch for the whole week.
And they're the lucky ones. As we have been reporting, some EDD cards are getting hacked for much more. Meet Benicia resident Rob Thurber.
I went to the local ATM machine to pull out $1,000, and it said insufficient funds.
He says $1,000 was withdrawn from his EDD account, and it wasn't him. He's got 3 daughters, his wife is disabled, and he's been out of a job since the beginning of the pandemic. Like everyone else, he says filing a claim was a painful experience.
So the first call, I waited on hold for 7 hours.
2 days later came the letter from B of A telling him his claim was closed. Rob appealed, but a month and a half later, when we met up with him, he was still waiting.
It really feels like they don't care. It makes me sad because I'm already struggling with the fact that I'm not providing the way that I want to provide for my family.
I think we're in the early stages of the uncovering of a very serious problem.
Ted Merman is interim director of the UC Berkeley Center for Consumer Law and Economic Justice at Berkeley Law and a former California Deputy Attorney General.
Under that law, individuals can sue, and certainly the Attorney General can sue a private entity like a bank if that bank has engaged in unfair, unlawful, or deceptive acts or practices.
In this case, as we've been reporting, EDD cards don't have security chips, so they are more vulnerable to fraud.
If those cards should have had a chip, and that was the standard business practice, and they didn't, they may well be liable for making people whole.
He says the bank could also be liable under the same unfair competition law for unlawfully denying provisional credit, something that must happen when a fraud investigation lasts more than 10 days. The letters victims are getting state their claim is closed because we believe the account has been the subject of fraud.
It may well be in the bank's best interest not to fight this one too hard.
Bank of America told us it investigates every fraud case fully, has increased call center staffing 20-fold, and has reduced wait times to an average of 10 minutes. We were there when Rob called the bank and got through in a record 7 minutes.
I've got a ring.
But it wasn't a person, just a message machine.
We're getting close to the holidays. I have 3 little kids. That money is very, very important to me. So if you could please have somebody call me back as soon as possible.
We gave Rob's name to Bank of America. The next day, he got his $1,000 back. As for Martha and Amy, after days on the phone, Bank of America finally reversed their DoorDash charges.
The fact that we have no choice but to go through them for our unemployment, and they have such limited options for people who don't have the privilege of time that I do, that's unacceptable.
It's not a big amount of money, but it's money that we all need right now. I shouldn't have to be going through all these loops to do with that when it's their responsibility that my account is safe.
We know of at least 19 people out of 120 that we referred to Bank of America who got their money back. Meanwhile, DoorDash tells us that they've received about a dozen calls from EDD cardholders about fraudulent delivery charges. DoorDash says if you can't get through to the bank, call them instead and they'll do their best to help. In San Francisco, Choi, KPIX 5.
Bank of America is currently handling about $501 billion unemployment and pandemic dollars as EDD's exclusive debit card provider. If you've had money stolen or your account frozen, send us an email and Kenny will refer your name as well.